I'm here outside Halbert's Veterinary Center where animals can get vaccinated and microchipped, all things that could make the difference in saving the life of a shelter animal here in Northwest Arkansas. State Treasurer Larry Walther has said Arkansas unequivocally stands with Israel in the conflict against Hamas, but some community members took to the streets to voice their opposition. The city of Fayetteville, after an overwhelming response from the public, decided to focus on developing slower, safer roads. One community member decided to help contribute to making that difference. While libraries are typically known for being quiet, one group here at the Fayetteville Public Library got to create a ruckus after hours by putting stuffed animals all across the library. Now, Fayetteville probably isn't the first place you think of when you're thinking of movies and the silver screen, but events like the Fayetteville Film Festival are trying to change that by spotlighting all of the talent and opportunity that's here. The city of Fayetteville, after an overwhelming response from the public, decided to focus on developing slower, safer roads. One community member decided to help contribute to making that difference.
Not bad, huh?
Local resident Kay Kitterman is voicing her concern for the disabled community and changes that can be made to crosswalks, sidewalks, and other public routes.
I have almost been hit 7 times now in a crosswalk on my street. I can't even imagine if I went out anywhere else, how dangerous it would be.
Kitterman's concerns didn't go unheard. She now serves as the Americans with Disabilities Act representative for the Active Transportation Advisory Committee.
And I know that we can improve this transportation. I think it's making some difference if it helps one person.
Kitterman and the city are actively working on the mobility plan. One of the focuses is slowing down speed limits.
Just that difference between 20 to 25 miles an hour actually decreases the mortality rate of a pedestrian-involved crash by half. So you're twice as likely to get killed if you're hit by a car going 25 as you are at 20.
For most, a task like crossing the street isn't much of a challenge. But for Kay Kitterman, if drivers aren't paying attention, it could literally cost her her life. Her experiences are what shaped her desire to make a difference.
I needed something to anchor me to my community, to feel useful again. So I knew that transportation is a huge issue for me.
Kitterman's determined to keep fighting for accessibility, and nothing is stopping her.
You knock me down, baby, it may take me a while, but sheer stubbornness, I just come right back up.
The city's mobility plan also makes sure that roads are in good condition before investing in brand new projects. Kay Kitterman said she would love to continue as the ADA representative after her term ends in March. Reporting live for UATV, I'm Drew Chamberlain. State Treasurer Larry Walther has said Arkansas unequivocally stands with Israel in the conflict against Hamas, but some community members took to the streets to voice their opposition.
Free, free, free Palestine! Free, 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 free Palestine!
Hundreds of community members gathered to march, grieve, and stand in solidarity with Palestinians affected by the Israel-Hamas conflict.
We're calling for freedom for Palestinians and justice for Palestinians, and that's how you create peace, is by creating justice. And a stop to what many experts, including Jewish Israeli scholars, are calling a textbook case of genocide.
The Arkansas Anti-War Alliance and NWA for Palestine organized the Peace March in an effort to educate the public and lobby for safety.
We're not here to change minds, we're here to open minds. We're here to say this is a humanitarian crisis, and we need to understand that the humanity in each and every one of us, these are people, these are kids, women, children, men that are innocent.
Attendees started here at the courthouse to demand Arkansas's withdrawal of funding to Israel, which currently stands at $57 million. The march ended here on campus to call to action against Act 710, which prohibits from speaking about Israel and Palestine for university speakers. Moshe Koff, a Syrian U of A professor, believes the bill is a violation of free speech.
So that reduces our ability to be able to provide forums for healthy debate of diverse views for students to learn from.
Organizers and speakers collectively shared their concerns on the conflict and demanded the violence that affects innocent people come to an end.
Not another time! No more money for Israel's crimes!
I'm standing outside Old Main, where the Peace March actually came right through here and ended at the Union. Tomorrow at 5 p.m., an event will be held at the Union where students can learn more about the implications of the Israel and Hamas conflict. Reporting for UATV, I'm Drew Chamberlain. I'm here outside Halbert's Veterinary Center where animals can get vaccinated and microchipped, all things that could make the difference in saving the life of a shelter animal here in Northwest Arkansas. Last year in Arkansas alone, more than 5,000 animals had to be put down in shelters. Best Friends Animal Shelter in Bentonville is advocating for a no-kill status across the state by 2025.
We, as an animal welfare organization, we need to end the killing of cats and dogs in America's shelters, and let's set a goal, let's make it happen, let's do it.
The state receives cats and dogs from neighboring states, but now are at max capacity. Now more than ever, workers say they need people to adopt and volunteer. One animal advocate says the capacity issues lies within the lack of spay-neuter laws throughout the region.
Really, the root cause is we need to be able to spay and neuter animals and have it be, some type of law that protects legitimate breeders, but also, helps to cut down on the pet population.
Ginger Brooks has been funding projects and working to help animals for almost 20 years. Her work with the Rogers Humane Society helped to recognize what needs to happen to end kill shelters in Arkansas.
Really having more adoption events, more education around spay and neuter, and getting more foster families and families to adopt pets versus, buying them.
While progress has been made, there are still 44 kill shelters still active in Arkansas. Now 5,400 animals have to be adopted for the state to be considered no-kill.
It sounds kind of like a lot. It's doable. I think Arkansas is poised to be a leader in all those states in animal welfare and saving lives.
Half of the state's shelters are achieving a 90% save rate, but for the state to officially be recognized as a no-kill region, 44 shelters have to reach the state's adoption quota. Roach says why the shelters haven't reached this could be a myriad of reasons, from lack of leadership, funding, and volunteer help. With adoption numbers down in recent years, various animal lovers are working to help their furry friends find a forever home. The City of Fayetteville's Animal Services lists reducing the number of humanely euthanizing animals as one of their missions, but with the continual overcrowding, that means some kill shelters will remain open in Arkansas. Reporting for the last time live for UATV, I'm Drew Chamberlain. While libraries are typically known for being quiet, one group here at the Fayetteville Public Library got to create a ruckus after hours by putting stuffed animals all across the library. Coming up on its 10th year now, the stuffed animal lock-in takes a page out of Toy Story's book by wondering what our stuffed animals are up to when we're not around. The Teen Advisory Board was in charge of orchestrating and planning this event, as well as many other events the library hosts. This allows them not only to have a little bit of fun, but learn leadership skills as well that can be utilized outside of this program. Keena Bailey, the Assistant Manager of Youth Teen Services, says events like this are not only beneficial for kids, but for the teens as well.
Our teens love this program. It kind of lets them be kids too again. It lets them be creative and try to find fun things for the animals to do at the library. So it gives them a chance to also kind of embrace their younger selves and have fun with the stuffed animals.
The Teen Advisory Board, after a full night of sending photos and updates to the kids, ended with not only a group photo of them, but one last picture of a slumber party that all the stuffed animals got to have. Now, the event ended the very next morning when kids got to be reunited with their stuffed animals, but some were just not ready to leave yet here, like Lobert the lobster, who just had such a fun time that he had to come back. Reporting live for UATV, I'm Drew Chamberlain.